Yes, it's Betrayal at Krondor. Shall we just have a quick look at the intro before we get into the game? Oh, well, I think that was it now. It's gone into the credits. Betrayal at Krondor. I was looking through games on GOG.com, and this came quite highly rated. It was the RPG of the year 1994, but I've never heard of it, so I thought I might as well give it a try. It's $5.99 for download, and you get a manual and a reference card, which I've got behind the window there, like that. So I know what I'm doing. I've had a quick look around it just to get the hang of the interface, but I don't really know what's going on or what you're supposed to do. Yeah, you do get the manual with GOG as well, but I've not really looked at that because I never really do get on with manuals particularly well. So shall we start? Okay, something's happening now. Yeah, well, here we go. Yeah. Oh, I've got the music banging away in stereo in my headphones as well. Anyway, preferences. See what we've got into preferences. Step size, text speed, detail, maximum, turn size. Wouldn't know what that. We could put CD music on. I wonder if we should. Should we try that? I might get an error. I don't know. Right. Start a new game, I suppose. Chapter 1. Now, one thing I do know about this game is that it's all divided into chapters. And at the start of each chapter... Oh my lord, look at all that text. At the start of each chapter you're given certain things you must achieve in order to move on to the next chapter, but apart from that you can play the game pretty much freeform and just come to the main sort of quest as and when you like, much like Oblivion and Morrowind and that sort of thing. So, what time did I start recording this? I have no idea. I'll have to probably go on for hours, this video. So anyway, let's read this text. Blood-soaked rags collected at the boy's feet. Nice. One by one he tended the wincing soldier's purple wounds. Purple? Stitched, salved, bandaged, did what he could in the leaping golden halo of firelight. Oh, nice. Fortunately for his roadside patient, he could do more than most. Fingers slick with alum ointment, he worked fervently to tie off a catgut cord, then brushed the injury with a light touch that to the untrained eye would seem only a friendly pat. Others would recognise a telltale hand gesture as a magical ward against infection. Done, Owen sighed, wiping his hand in a rust-coloured cloth. No guarantees though. The stitches may hold all the way to Lamut. Is that an L at the beginning? I can't read it. And then again, push too hard and you could be bleeding like a stuck pig on Midsummer's. Oh, what do they do? Why do they stick pigs on Midsummer's? Oh, perhaps it's some tradition. You did fine, Seigneur? Is that how you pronounce that? Senior Locklear replied, smiling approval before rolling down his sleeve. It'll scar, but it's good for a noble's reputation. Let the kingdom folk know he isn't resting on his laurels, and it impresses the ladies. I'll be sure to look you up in Tyburn if ever I need stitching up again. The boy accepted the compliment with a humble nod while he packaged away the rest of his medical supplies. His thoughts focused instead on a third man who slumped in the shadows across from them. Despite the manacles that bound the stranger's hands and the distance that separated them, the boy felt dreadfully exposed, his avenues of escape limited should Locklear's elven-looking prisoner decide to liberate himself. What did he do? Owen whispered, jerking his head towards the man. You're getting actual acting here, you know. I hope you appreciate this. Gorath, let's just say he had the disadvantage of being at the wrong place at the wrong time, Locklear said cautiously. He snatched a greenish apple out of his knapsack, offering one to Owen. I have to take him to Krondor. Did he kill someone? Owen asked. No, he attacked you. The seigneur wiped apple juice from his mouth, shook his head. No, not exactly. Well, who cut you up then? Before Locklear could reply, ... And are we into it now? Oh! Goroth leapt forward, his chains writhing between his wrists like metallic vipers. Oh, yes, animated even. Get out from underfoot, Owen. Assassin in the camp. Can't have camp assassins. Do not struggle so, Haseth. I wish to keep you alive. Is that Goroth saying that, or is that Haseth? Oh, the assassin, or whoever it is. But be glad I do not. The goddess of death will show you greater mercy. Oh dear. Right, chapter 1, Into a Dark Night. We have to escort Goroth to Krondor. And here we are at the main screen, yes, in all its polygonal glory there. Look at that. Oh, look. You can. I'm rotating with the cursor keys here in case you think it's doing that by itself. It is actually me. So where were we? Oh yes. I think it's right click to examine. Goroth frowned. It's a body, he said. We might want to look it over. Yes, find a body and loot it, because that's what we do. Oh no, left click. Goroth looked for supplies. Feeling a bit like a vulture, he turned the body this way and that as he searched for anything that might be of use to them on their journey. All in all, he supposed that if he were the dead man, it wouldn't matter to him any longer what happened to his belongings. Right, okay, so what have we got? We've got, what? Oh, rations, yeah. Laying the brown parcel... Do we have to get all this text every time I click on something? Laying the brown parcel aside, Owen carefully undid the short length of string that bound the package. Although standard rations generally contained salted sweetmeats, hard rolls, sliced apples and strawberry tarts, he was eager to get whatever food's inside. Okay, so he's hungry, right. And pick locks. Okay, reaching into the velvet pouch, Goroth withdrew a sterling silver lock picking tool. He studied it. Oh, sorry, that went away. Hang on a minute. He studied it carefully, marvelling at the unmatched precision of its craftsmanship. Okay, then. So I think we just now drag it off into someone. Who's? Hang on. Who are you? And who are you? And who are you? And who's Goroth? You Goroth. You're Goroth. You're. Is that a beard? And a strange wispy moustache. But anyway, look, yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to give him those lockpicks because his lockpicking is not very good. Oh, he's got good. Right. Right. So, who are you then? Lockpicking 5%. Well, he's not getting it. Who are you? You're Owen. You're the healer then. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, he's got spells. He's got spells. Oh. And who are you then? You have got an even dodgier moustache. It's like my dad's. And he's had his since the 1960s. Weapon craft 55. Lockpick. Oh, he's having the lockpicks then. I don't care who gets the food, but he's having the lockpicks. Locklear. Oh yes, we've heard of him, haven't we? I think his sister was in Dynasty, that American soap in the 80s. Heather, that's it, Heather Locklear. Go on, you can have them. Oh, give them out. You can give all. No, share with party. We'll share them out because I'm nice. Yep. Give all. Exit. Now what? Is that what? That's camp. I know that's camp. Well, that makes them set up camp. It doesn't make them all go mincing around and talking with a strange lisp. What does that do? That's a map. Oh, what do these? Right. Okay, I suppose we better go somewhere. In fact, first, as I've actually done something, I'm going to save this game. Save number 1. In fact, no, I should carry on what I did in Ultimate Underworld. I'm going to call it LP 1. Right, I've also got a coffee here which I'm going to drink. So, if I navigate around with the cursor keys left and right, presume. Oh, look, hello, is that something over in the distance there? Can you see that? I want to see if I can get to it by pressing. Ooh. There's lots of things over here. Right, you move. Press the up arrow key to move forward, somewhat surprisingly. So right-click on that to identify several pieces of charred wood and a circle of small stones were all that remained of the small campfire. So, okay, can I take anything from that? Several pieces. Apparently I can't. Oh, can I? The ashes were cold. Wiping the grime off his hands, Lockley shook his head. Someone or something obviously set up camp here, but it's hard to say just when. Right, I'm gonna have a swig of coffee. I've got a dry throat now after all that talking. So are these just campfires as well then, I presume? Yes, okay. But now see that over in the distance looks a bit different, doesn't it? It looks like a house now. Yep, come on. Oh, now it's looking different. Looks like someone lost a box. Might be worth investigating. Well, yes, I suppose it might have something inside. It looked like a house, so. Anyway, right, okay, right click. Oh no, left click to do something with it. Lockley gritted his teeth. While he had agreed the box should be opened, he was privately concerned the previous user might have left behind an unpleasant surprise. Yes, let's die. What's that? Oh, have we got money? What is it? Right click. Commanding less buying power, coin for coin, than golden sovereigns, the silver pieces would still be a welcome addition to their collective wealth. Granted, the task was not to become rich. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. But the financial capacity to avoid starvation or death by exposure was uppermost in his thoughts. Right, so what do I do? Left click, and do I drag it down there? Or do I just drag it onto someone? Oh, yeah, you just drag it onto someone, and it ends up in their in the global thingy-mabobby, the global money pile. So, oh, there we go. I was just thinking we were near a road. We should get back to it and perhaps try following it and see where it leads. Gorath seemed distant. Why have we left him behind? Though the what? Though the Mordale. Though the warrior didn't appear grieved about killing the assassin that had followed them from the Northlands, his eyes had a baleful look in them that seemed something between hatred and rage. Several times he glanced back at the corpse that lay behind them in the dust, his thoughts unguessable from his expression. Oh, do you wish to bury him? We could do that. Oh no, no, let the birds feed on him. It is not our way. Shaving's not your way either. You really need to get rid of that beard. That just doesn't go with your hair. I mean, look, it's two completely different colours. Are you dyeing your hair, or is it a wig? Oh, anyway, the cat's meowing now. She's agreeing. It is not our way. I'm somewhat disturbed that he should come after me. He was a kinsman. Shut up! Stop meowing. There are other things that trouble me as well. Delican's assistants are... Ooh? Who's it? Delican? Never heard of him. Delican's assistants are slow, but not altogether stupid. Another like Hassath, and he'll only have my corpse hanging before your Prince Arutha. Oh. Locklear. Look, he's another one with a wig. Look at that hair. Oh, God, and that moustache. Sorry, you don't get off that easy. As long as you're under my command, you are forbidden to die. Well, that's gonna work, isn't it? Forbidding someone to die, that's gonna keep them alive in centuries to come. I've gone to far too much trouble keeping you alive to bury you now. It's time that we took the chains off you. It'll be far easier for you to defend yourself if your hands are free to swing a sword again. You're not just going to set him free, are you? I thought you said he was your prisoner. He is my prisoner, Owen, but the circumstances are terribly complicated, and a simpleton like you couldn't hope to understand. Even if he chose to sneak off, he'd be lucky to make it to the next town alive. This is the third such assassin we've run into since we left the Northlands. I have a feeling there will be more waiting for us. He will be much safer with me, and I with him. As the boy would be, if he were to whisper the wrong word in the wrong ear, he could easily be the death of us. Oh. Well, at least he hasn't got a stupid beard. Me? Who am I going to talk to? I'm not even heading in the same direction. It wouldn't be, because I saw this reading, it wouldn't be a matter of who you talk to, Owen. There will be ears listening for word of a Moradil travelling with a noble. Damnation! Oh, cursing. I should have thought about this when you entered camp. Oh dear, every time I see that word camp, I just think Kenneth Williams. For the time being, you're my squire. Once we arrive safely at the palace, you'll be free to go on your way. But I have pressing business in Tyburn. I want to get a wig to match yours. This is not a subject of debate. We must get to Krondor. My mission is of critical importance and I don't have time to improvise an easy solution. The only other possible option would be to slit your throat and leave you dying. Ugh. I have absolutely no desire to do that. I have a desire to have a quick swig of coffee. Now let's get moving before Delican's assassins catch our scent again. They likely come looking when Haseth doesn't return from his mission. So that was Haseth whose corpse we've just looted. Right. Okay, there's the road. Is this the same road we were on earlier? Have I lost focus? Oh, there we go. Right. Ah, there we go. Were we here? I think we were. Now, I do know, I had a quick look at the reference card, and I think if you click on this and just move, it will keep you on the road. Yeah, it won't let me go off the road. So, okay, that's it. Yeah, let's just follow the road for a bit until we see something interesting in the distance. No, nothing yet. I can hear birds, but that's about it. Is something... Oh, sorry, let's just go off the road. It'd be far more interesting. Anything around here? No. No bits of treasure. Come on, it's been 5 minutes now, and we've not had any combat. Oh, they're talking of which, in case we do have a bit of combat. Right, you didn't ask me if I wanted to overwrite. I assume you have just overwritten it. Right. Well, what? Oh my god, I'm gonna get laryngitis. Somebody was calling. Recognising the lilt of the young voice, Owen turned and looked back down the road. A young squire that he had met at a party in Yabon was trudging behind them, a pack full of scrolls slung over his shoulder. The squire waved congenially, and Owen echoed the motion. What do you think you're doing? We're trying to remain unnoticed. Damn! Locklear muttered under his breath. Sammy Joe! Sammy Joe, that was who Heather Locklear played in Dynasty. Oh, God. She married Stephen. I saw about 3... Honestly, no, really, I saw 3 episodes of Dynasty. That was it. Now, the Colbys was even worse, but that's another story. Try to behave as normally as possible. Since you know him, you handle him. What? That's a bit familiar. And remember, Gareth's name is Thorgath. Owen finished, irritated. I'm not a child, you know. Locklear whispered. That remains to be seen. I didn't expect to see you again quite so soon. I would have thought you were all the way to Lamut by now. Squire Philip. He looks very suspect. Would have been if the Duchess hadn't insisted in introducing me to all of her daughters. Amelia was the prettiest, I believe, though I think Catherine took quite a liking to you. Oh, Percy was his big staff. Catherine took a liking to everyone at the party. She's as fickle as her mother. She'll likely marry a Kondoin if she can. If she can find one not tied in the marital knot. True enough. Say, I thought you said you were from Tyburn. Why are you taking this route home? Kind of a long way round, isn't it? Well, I'm just wandering in the forest trying to find a bit of combat, you know. See what that is like. Finish the sentence. See what that's like in this game, yes. Well, yes, but I had to meet up with my Uncle Locklear here and his sister, my Aunt Sammy Jo. And my other friend here is an elf, Thorgath. He's an elf? Is that why he's got a daft beard? Right. They decided that it would be nice for me to take a tour with them down to Hawks Hollow. Down to Hawks Hollow. Do you like my acting? I think I'm doing really well with this. I'm having to... God, so much dialogue. I hear it's lovely at this time of year. What are you up to? I'm looking to cash in a reward, actually. When I was on my way up to Yabban last month, I found a chest in this area, but I couldn't pick the lock on the thing. I figured it wasn't meant to be, and I left off. Thing is, all through the Duchess's party, I couldn't help but think about it. So all those girlies you were talking about there at this party, right? And you're just thinking about a chest. And not the chest on the girlies. It was a different type of chest. Thing is, I've read that bit. I had chest on the brain. Yeah, I don't really care what's in it, but I have to pick that lock. I just have to. Owen asked about... Oh, nearest town! Let's go to a town! I'm afraid my senses of direction and distance are a bit off right now. My sense of thirst tells me I need some coffee. Oh. We all had a bit to drink last night and we're still trying to shake off the effects. Which way is the nearest place we could get cleaned up? It must have been quite a bender if you're that confused. Head straight south along the main road and that will take you on into Lamut. If you're looking for good food, the Blue Wheel is a solid wager. Though I warn you that their Surani food can be a bit spicy. Don't mind spicy. Inns. I for one could do with a little less sleeping on the ground. Any good inns you can recommend? There's the Blue Wheel Inn in Lamut, or you might try the Dusty Dwarf in Hawks Hollow. I suppose Hawks Hollow? Yes, that's where he thinks we're going. I suppose if you got really I can't follow the plot when I'm reading. I can't do two things at the same time. I suppose if you got really desperate, you could try breaking into one of the abandoned houses out in that part of the country. But I can't sleep well in a house that may fall on top of me. Well, no, it would put you off, really, wouldn't it? Of course, it may well be that the people have moved out for good reasons. I've heard that several people south of L'Oreal have moved out after a contagion began spreading near there. Oh well, let's go to L'Oreal and solve that then. Oh, empty houses, we've got a new topic of conversation. Was anything left behind in any of the abandoned houses you saw? Anything left behind that we can nick? Nothing of real value, bits of food in a few cupboards. Well, that's alright. An occasional gold piece kicked right beneath the foundations of the house. Lost items mainly. The majority of the places I visited had those unpickable locks. What are they called? Weber locks. Yes, they had Weber locks installed, so I wasn't able to get inside. Lost items. I'm not certain, but I think I may have mislaid a very valuable belonging of mine. I shouldn't worry about it. Depending on where you lost it, the chances are very good it will still, in italics, be there. Ew. Goodbye then. Goodbye and cheerio. And you've got very big hair. So, he said go south. South along the road. Well. Oh, right, okay. Shall we? Yes. Never mind just going around in the countryside. That's where we've just come from. I'm sure that's where we've just come from. No, I'm sure it wasn't actually. I'm sure it was further away than that. So, what have we got here then? It's a chest. It appears to have a special lock on it. Shall we try and do something? Riffing its construction and banded with iron, the Moradil box will be possible to open without solving its word lock, and judging by the marks on the face of the chest, others had learned that lesson after much difficulty. Really? So it's got a word lock. Gareth scanned the runes embossed on the Moradil. It's text their only hope of the difficult word lock. Now, I read about this on Wikipedia, because I did read about this game on Wikipedia. Prince Aretha, right. Oh, does that mean he's done it? What you're supposed to do is you get runes or something up here, and then you enter word combinations, letter combinations. You have to find the right combination of letters, really, from, I don't know. But it's something to do with that. But it seems to have done something already by itself. What if I click on that? Oh! So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to try. Can I open it? Can I open it? No. Okay, so it's not D. Let's try A. Because you can do it by trial and error, you see. So it's not F. How do you know when you got one right? So it's... I know it's not. Prince Aruthi from his lofty... Oh, because it's got a riddle. Prince Aruthi from his lofty perch will find his troops without a search. His men will fail, his castle too, but then what will Prince Aruthi do? So I think we just have to make this into a word that will make sense. He could fly. Have we got an L? I'm just trying to think of words. No. He could. I can't think of any three-letter word. Well, I can actually think of one three-letter word beginning with S. He will see. No. Okay. He will die. Oh, there we go. The chest thumped. Satisfied the magical locks had released, luckily it tipped open the large wooden lid. And what was inside? Something magical and wonderful. Hello. Hello. Yes. So we found a sword, 69%. So if we had any repair hammers, like in Oblivion and Morrowind, we could repair them. Shield. What's that? Right, click on it. Oh look. A thin plate armor was a thin shell of steel. I'm going to read it properly. The plate armor was ideally intended to be worn over a padded piece of clothing that they were regretfully without. But while the thin fabric of Gareth's tunic would be a poor substitute for quilted gambeson, what? For quilted gambeson, the armor itself would deflect far more sword blows than would bare skin. Really? So it's for Gareth, is it then? Is that what you're saying? Right. Okay. Oh, hang on. Left click it to Gareth. There you go, matey. What is this? Well, it's the sword, obviously. Slicing air with a weapon. Owen made a few passes at imaginary foe. Why is it? So, are you just telling me here who would be most suitable to have the sword? The thingy-mabobbies that we're finding, right? Locklear is not getting anything from this. Then did I just no? Weapon craft. Well, to be honest, then I don't think he should have it, really. If his weapon craft's only... Oh, if you insist, I'll put it there, look. Now, so exit this, and then... See, oh, he's got a see, no, I think... Surely he would be... No, his one's 98... Oh, I see, that's where it comes in. Well, look... his is 78% as well. Alright, well, he's just carrying it then. And we've got a torch as well. I didn't realise we had a torch. Right, so anyway, what do we do with this then? Oh, see, his armor was only 18%, so I think, yeah. No, get off there. Okay, well, can we swap? Yes, we can. There we go, he's got better armor. That's Gorath. Now I'm going to save it after that. And, because... I think you should warn me if I'm overwriting the game, you know. As this has been going on for quite a while, and the cat is now meowing again, and obviously wants something, I'm going to head south, and we shall go for a town, and try and find a town. Unless something else interesting appears in the meantime, like a strange mound of earth, for example. This small mound of earth seems to indicate that someone had recently dug a hole here. It is not clear, however, whether anything valuable was actually buried in it. Okay, well, let's left-click on it. And see, something had been buried under the dirt. The hole's not big enough to put a man in, so it's safe to assume it isn't a grave. Right. Wow. Let's take a look. So we've got rations by the looks of it. Rations, okay. You can have the rations, yeah. What's that? Adventuring. Uncorking the mouth of the oilskin, Owen poured out a small portion of the gold-flecked lacquer. Oh. Perhaps he's going to use it on his hair. Well, no, if anyone needs hair lacquer, it's Locklear. His sister had very big hair in the 80s, you know. Named after a type of impure brown glass in Rillanon. It was an ideal resin to use on crossbow strings when they begin to lose their cohesiveness. Right, now he is good at crossbows, I think, so he can have it. Okay. Keys, south. This road's... I'm cutting across country here because this road's doing a lot of zigzagging. I just want to get to the town so I can stop this video for today. For now. Hello? I guess it's a waymark. Well, yeah, I thought it was. Lamut. Lamut. So, what are you saying? Do I go to Lamut down that way? Or is it still south? Hang on. I think I'm going to try this. Let's just... Oh, I'm running now. Look. 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 Oh. The path turned. Luckily stood the road before them, so it slithered into the distance like a giant snake before descending eventually into a lounge town in the mud. Gareth said, "Do you think we should go in for supplies?" "Yeah, I think we should." "Oh, look! Animation!" Lamut. In many ways, the town looked like something created... I'm in my narrator's voice now, rather than my acting voice. In many ways, the town looked like something created in an alcoholic binge. My type of town. Why? Rude dwarven shacks smashed up against delicate elven shops, while weird Surani taverns grew from oppressive kingdom-style dwellings. A sign outside the city gate had summed it up well. All who visit Lamut are equal, for in Lamut all is equally queer. Right, I'm not sure. I think strange would have been a better word there, you know. Otherwise, you know, you could get the wrong word meaning. It would explain all the hair. It would explain that hair and that moustache. Look, he's definitely look. How can he have a white beard and moustache and dark hair? And he's dyeing one of them. He's dyeing one of them absolutely. Now hang on a minute. I thought we were in Lamut. How do we get into Lamut? What's this? Left click to save bookmark file. Okay, saving bookmark. But where's the town? I want the town. What? I want to follow the road. Yes, we should. Why didn't we go in before? I don't understand. Oh, this is why. You have to... I didn't know. Ah, look, you have to... Yeah, you get the pretty little picture up. And shall we go and visit the inn? Blue Wheel Inn, undoubtedly the newest tavern in town. The Blue Wheel was sedate, almost sleepy in comparison to the Lamutian shops. Inside, dark-skinned patrons slapped down hard-earned sovereigns in exchange for the Blue Wheel's exclusive imports from the far-distant empire of Surana. I cannot pronounce this word. Yeah. So, can I talk to you? I can! The dwarf drew on his pipe. Well, you should smoke it, not draw on it. Languid smoke plumed from the old coach's mouth. This is very poetic language. As he studied Locklear, Owen and Gareth each in turn. Although he had long ago lost the use of his left eye to a Moridal sword stroke, his right eye still burned brightly beneath his bushy eyebrows. Yeah, another case of white beard, different coloured hair. It's a very strange town, and he's called Jubal and Locke. Being as a dwarf ne'er... Oh, no, hang on, no, I'll get this right. Acting voice. Being as a dwarf ne'er forgets as much as his own name, I recognise a strapping young man before me, who last I saw as a boy. He's a Yorkshire dwarf, by the way. No slight intended, but I fear I don't recall the occasion, says Locklear. And as like the rest of your human kin, none among you can remember much past a week. If not for weak canny dwarves, you would have forgotten that you have a kingdom at all. I fetched you out of a cellar along with a score of womenfolk at the Battle of Sethanon. Don't you remember me, Lucky? Jubal, of course. Acting again there. Glad to see you. I hadn't recognised you without the eye patch. You'd recognise him by the fact that his hair's a different colour from his beard. What's a dwarf to do? I won this scratch. There, you see, he's got a scratch. There, look, see. Well, a scratch, he says. It's a scar, really. I won this scratch fair and square, and I be a dragon's mother before I'll cover it up again. Shouldn't have done so in the first place. Now I just sit here to jabber with that loon of a Surani bartender and have me a few beers. Not much to do with the Mac Mordane Cadal, all collapsed, whatever the Mac Mordane Cadal is. A Bracknu was seen down there, that they'll be offering a hefty reward for its slaying. I'll might you if... Oh, hang on, no. I'll start again. They'll be offering a hefty reward for its slaying. I'll might you if tradition holds due. Something of a challenge is that they are fierce beasties, even by dwarven standards. I've heard tales of these creatures of stone. Thank you, Rubal. So I think that's a quest. Yeah, I have heard. I think it was Wikipedia. If your barding skill is high enough, you can actually earn a bit of money by singing. So if I was to bard away by clicking on this, we could do that. Okay, what I'm going to do. I thought we were in the inn. Why is it saying that? I'm going to talk to everyone in here, and then that's it for this video. Sumani clapped twice. Abruptly, the festive mood of the room died. Oh my lord. The clank of goblets and the scrape of plates falling silent as the bartender shuffled between benches to bow at Locklear's feet. Touching a gnarled fist to his forehead, then to his heart, he spoke somberly. Be welcome to the Blue Wheel Inn. May you find the drinks to your liking and the company of our patrons pleasurable. If there is anything our servants or I may do, you need only ask Sumani. Ah, honest to your house as well, Sumani. Am I correct in believing this a drinking establishment? So it is. We serve many of your Midcamian drinks, as well as a few from the Sumer Empire as well. Perhaps I might interest you in a cup of chocha. Chocha! Bless you. Sumani. Why did you decide to come to Midkemia and open an inn anyway? Surely you would get better business on Kilowan. I was not always a tavern keeper, you know. No, because I've got funny hair too, look. As a soldier serving House Shinzoi, under Earl Kasumai, I was trapped here when the Rift Gate was collapsed at the end of the Rift War. Yes, this game is based on a series of books called the Rift War series or something, which is why this thing's organised in chapters, because it's taking the form of another book. Anyway, it was our belief that we would never again see our families in Suranawara or the green skies of Kelewan again. But Surani warriors traditionally kill themselves if they are in danger of falling captive to an enemy. This is true, Lord, but the Earl informed us that we were forbidden to dispatch ourselves until given leave to do so by a Great One. I believe in Midkemia. What? Oh, no! I believe in Midkemia you would call such a one a magician, until such a time I content myself with running the Blue Wheel Inn. Oh yes. Okay, Rift Gates. Let's talk about Rift Gates. I've heard that there was the permanent Rift Gate to Kilowan is located near here. I was hoping we could get a glimpse of it. There would be little to see at the moment. An internal conflict has arisen in the Empire between House Akona and House Anasati. The Assembly of Magicians have ordered a temporary interruption of transport. Right, okay, this is all backstory. It's all backstory. Between the Empire and the Kingdom of the Isles until such time the conflict is resolved. I've been assured that the measure is temporary. Combat. You said you were a soldier with the Surani forces. Would you be interested in teaching us some of your combat techniques? It would be my honour, Lord, but I will require a small fee for my services. If my armour were to be damaged, I would be ill prepared, otherwise to pay for its repair. I don't think that fee is acceptable, because I can't remember how much we've got. I don't think it's 75 sovereigns, so I'm going to select new. You're asking a bit more than I had in mind. How much can it cost to repair armour? My armour is Surani. It looks like you're wearing furs, matey, to be honest. Is it cold? It can't be that cold, because look, this girlie here, she's not got much on her, she. Look, you've been a bit of a wimp, aren't you? My armour is Surani, and more specifically, I would require someone of the house Shinzoi, it's Japanese obviously, to repair it. It is the way of my world. Oh, armour repair. Let's talk about armour. I don't know how much longer our armour is going to last. Any idea where we could get it repaired? If your armour was the same as mine, I would suggest trying the garrison, but kingdom armour is made in a different way. I think perhaps the dwarves in the Macmordain Cadal would be of assistance. So that's what it's right. Okay, that's where the dwarves live. I understand from speaking to Dubal that the small ones are gifted when it comes to the manufacture of weapons and armour. Really? Oh, goodbye. Right. Oh, hang on. Thank you for your services, Surani. You, Sumani. Sorry. Sorry for getting your name wrong. It's just he's missing his sister. Wondering where she is. And just what direction her career took after she left Dynasty. You have yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna have to look this up on Wikipedia now. I just know it. Oh god. You have a wonderful establishment. It's very Shirani. Your patronage often is, and I am being very patronising, yes. Goodbye. Oh, I promise if I'm ever in Lamut again, and I'm sure I will be, I'll be sure to drop in for a bit of something to eat. Right, well, this has all gone on long enough now. We can finish our talk tomorrow. Tomorrow, in the next video, in the second part. So, I am going to save again. Save a new game. No! Phew. Save game. That nearly got me. I'm going to call it End of LP 1. Because that's how I remember where I am. So, come back for the next video for some more cracking voice acting. And I might even have looked up a bit more about Heather Locklear and be able to tell you about it. Her. She's not an it, she's a her. She was a her with very big hair in the 80s in Dynasty, which I saw 3 times. Honest.